I like anything that does the vacuuming for me, especially when I'm away at work and I can come home and my house is beautifully vacuumed. So continue to stay there and you can continue to order that as well. Next item that we have is one of those items that everybody loves. Panasonic has been a fantastic brand with us. We brought this in last November. I don't mean 2 months ago November. I mean last November. We have been trying to get this back in from Panasonic ever since then. Completely sold out in one show. This is a cordless iron that really, really works. It's $59.95. It's a great customer pick. There are 62 reviews. It is a 4.4 star customer pick rating. You have the charging base, you have the iron, you have the detachable water tank, which is one of the things a lot of people love. You can walk it right over and you can fill that up. And it has a really beautiful cover case. Look at how lovely this is.
I know, it is. I love this case, and I love this iron.
Gorgeous.
And not just because the pretty color that kind of matches my eyes, but it is an awesome iron, and you guys love it as well. Now, here's the case. It comes off. Now, why is that important? Because maybe you're a crafter, a sewer, a quilter, or you want to send this over to college. All you do is grab the whole thing in the case. There's no cord to wrap round and round and round, and it simply comes off, and then your iron is right there for you. Your cord is actually here in the base. And then you plug that in, leaving you cordless with 1,500 watts of power in your hand. Now, let me show you how great this works, because you will love it, and I see that a whole bunch of you have already pre-ordered it. This has incredible speed. It's from Panasonic. You can actually hear
look at that.
The steam. Yes, and that's cordless giving me that amount of steam. Now, watch how it works, because the proof is in the pudding, or the proof is in the lack of wrinkles. And there is a lack of wrinkles. This gives you great steam and power to knock out those wrinkles. And that's important when it's Monday morning and you realize that, oh, let me use the water feature. I have a stubborn wrinkle. That's what water is for, by the way, guys. You use the water on the stubborn wrinkle, and then you follow up with the 1,500 watts of power, and it knocks out those stubborn wrinkles that just won't listen and go away, maybe on a heavy cotton or a linen. And then look at the difference there, people. Is that amazing? Smooth as glass, and then all wrinkled. And it's Monday, and say you left this top in the laundry basket, and you're like, oh, I want to wear that today.
Wear it now.
You want to know that you have an iron that functions quickly, that gets hot quickly, and knocks out those wrinkles so you won't be late, stuck in traffic, or miss the train. That's what this iron does for you, and it has a lot of great features. Let me show you this. So you have steam, water, no steam, medium steam, high steam. You have all of your temperature settings, high, medium, low. And then watch this, because I love this. Watch this. Okay. Removable water tank.
That's,
so you can take
half
this right
of the customer
to the sink.
picks are on that right there.
You guys love this. So you take this right to the sink and put your water in there. It does have an anti-drip feature as well. And what you're doing is, traditionally when you're ironing, you usually do one half of the garment and then you stop and you adjust your garment. Well, on this, what you're doing, instead of putting the iron on its heel, you know, you stand it up, you're just going to put it back in its totally safe base, and it's going to recharge for you in just 8 seconds.
8 seconds. It's back and it's ready to go. So it's back to its full performance and its full heat level in 8 seconds worth of time. So I said to Bonabelle, I'm like, well, how often do I have to do it? So you just place it right back here, up on into the base.
It's amazing.
Look at how gorgeous this is. The same time that you would take to move this over and then re-iron.
Right. Now,
or to iron the other side.
So I iron this. Traditionally, you would put your iron back and you stand it up. Instead, I'm going to put it in the base. It's perfectly secure.
Deal with the cord.
While I move my garment. And usually, about the time you're ready to re-iron, you readjusted your garment, your iron is already back up to 1,500 watts of power and ready to go. So that's the bonus of this iron. And when is that great? When you don't want to drag a cord over that quilt that you just created, or that great project or sewing or blouse. And also with no cord, you can go right up to those curtains that you just bought that you're going to hang and steam instead of putting them on a board and trying to get out those wrinkles.
Trying to steam them and then getting them up and then walking over and then trying to do it and then they get wrinkled, especially when you start talking about
that frustration.
Crisp organzas. Yes, if you have beautiful silks or crisp organzas, or even a pair of pants that just, you know, you kind of sat in and the creases really set in. I absolutely love linen. Linen, you know, is something that just wrinkles all the time. So you either say, well, I'm just going to wear it wrinkled, but some things aren't appropriate to wear wrinkled. They don't look good. They don't look crisp and fresh.
Maybe those broom skirts, that's about it.
Yes. Look at how beautifully done this is. But also the power, you're actually going through not only just this top layer, I'm going to put both sides, both pant legs, excuse me, down, and that's going in and through.
Look, yes, it did.
Both pant legs.
That one, this one, and here's where the proof is in the pudding, and I really love. So these are khakis. So let's talk kids' uniforms, dress down Fridays. Those times you want your khakis to look like they came from the dry cleaner, but you don't want to spend the money. Please just invest in this great iron, and then you'll save the money. Maybe this is $7, $8 you would save in sending this to the dry cleaner to get that dry cleaner razor sharp finish on your uniforms, on your khakis, and look at the wrinkle release.
Your dress
That's amazing.
Your dress trousers, your suits. Really having something that's going to be efficient, that's going to be easy. It comes in this gorgeous carrying case as well. It does have the stand and it has the base. So the base that is where it's going to house the cord. So you do have a retractable cord that's in here. But look at how nice and neat this is. If you have somebody who's going off to college and off to school, yeah, it's that same beautiful color. It's a great opportunity to get it at the low price. This is something, honestly, it took us a year and 2 months to get back in stock. We have been begging. Our buyers, seriously, have consistently said, when can we get it back? When can we get it back? It was an opportunistic buy when we bought it, and they said, we just can't do it for that price again. We wanted to be able to bring it back and re-honor that price at $59.95. We were able to do it today. It is on 3 flex payments, and it's $19.98. And let's be honest, there are some things that just need to be pressed. When I was on with Martha Stewart, I did not steam my outfit. I pressed my outfit. I got out the iron on that day, and I was so glad. She goes, that blouse is beautifully pressed.
Impressive. Yes,
I'm like, yay, that was my gold star for the entire year.
You need a really good iron to have that. And this is, I'm thinking, do you have an iron that maybe is 900 watts or 1200 watts? This is 1,500 watts of power. This is the upgrade you need for 2015. Treat yourself to this great iron that comes with a cover. And now I did all that ironing on the board, but this also does vertical steam as well. So you can go ahead and put steam in more of those delicate fabrics that maybe have special finishes, like Diane Gilman's, who have, you know, embellishments and things like that.
Some of our slinkies, some of our beadings, some of our...
Now watch the steam just go right in here and release those wrinkles in this top. And now sometimes you just want that steam to go right through and knock out those wrinkles so that you could be looking great at work without taking out the ironing board. And also sometimes you just want the iron to float above the garment and not right on it. Look at that difference there. Isn't that beautiful?
Fast, simple, easy. And sometimes the clothes just get crushed in the closet because we've got a small closet space, and things like this, things that are linen, just get a little bit crushed up.
Yeah, you're so right. And this is good to know because maybe you don't want to take out your ironing board, but you want to know you can hang this wherever you want to hang it on the door handle and still steam your garment. And this is a great iron. And now here's another way to me you can save money.
This happens a lot with a business suit.
Yep.
If you ever take a suit to the dry cleaner, make sure you drop off the pants and the jacket. If you want them to always be the same color and always look the same, always drop off both pieces.
Good point.
So do you know how expensive that gets when you start dropping off both pieces every single time?
Wow, look at that. Is that translating great?
That's sometimes why we do it, because it just kind of, it looks like a rumpled mess. And you think,
well, here's what
I need to present well in court or wherever it might be.
This doesn't need to be dry cleaned all the time. You know, you're not going in the mud. You didn't get all dirty, but you need to refresh, odor release, or drop those wrinkles out from sitting in the car or the airplane. You want to drop out those wrinkles instead of sending it for $10 to be pressed. This is another way to save money and do it yourself. And you saw the results right there in front of you. It's a remarkable iron, and it has a great case. It is not just the iron, but the practicality of having its own case. So when you're storing, it looks like this. There's no cord to go round and round and round.
I like that.
I do too.
There's also no cord to kind of trip over, so you plug it in.
Cord confusion.
And
the pets can't trip on it, you can't trip on it, but the cord is here in the base. But the iron itself, when you take it out, is totally cordless. And then you do have that removable water tank. So let's go back to some wrinkle release. This is the iron you want.
And you can take it right over to the bed.
Really one of my favorites.
If you just wanted to kind of run, maybe you've got guests coming into town and you just want to run and kind of press right across the top of that little sheet that you folded back, or right across the pillows. Or maybe you're even just pressing on the bed. You just don't feel like going and getting the ironing board out. How else are you going to do this? This is fast, it's simple, it's easy to do, and at a great price today. It's taken us a year and 2 months to get it back in stock. It's just back in stock today. So 4.4-star customer pick with 62 reviews. Great for steaming. also right on the bed. It's just beautiful.
So smooth and beautiful.
Quilters love it. If you
Yes.
love to do your quilting, sewers, a lot of comments from people who are sewers and quilters, and they said, because oftentimes I can't get a cord to where I need to do some of the pressing.
That's right, because the cord will be making wrinkles where you are
Yes.
trying to take out wrinkles while you're trying to perfect your project.
And it's not grabbing and twisting on anything either.
So being cord-free is a great benefit. And as you can see, even though I am cord-free, I have great wrinkle release. I have great freedom. This iron, the reason that buyers chose this is because they tried it and they were impressed that even though this was a cordless iron, it stood up the test of time of getting that wrinkle.